Well, I'll first come to the decisions pertaining to the foreign direct investments. The Cabinet, as you would recall, on the 24th of November 2011, had taken two decisions. One was to allow 100% FDI in single brand retail, and second, 51% in multi-brand retail trading with certain conditionalities. Thereafter, there were reservations and opposition both, and on the 7th of December 2011, the then Finance Minister and the Leader of the House informed the Parliament that the Cabinet has taken a decision to suspend the implementation. That means the notification was paused for further consultations with the objective of creating a broad consensus. On single brand, the Cabinet has today taken the decision. Of course, 100% FDI in single brand has been notified. The objective of the policy clearly was to attract investment, create domestic manufacturing facilities, and employment. There was some clarity required because these are luxury brands. Until the new policy, FDI in single brand was permitted, but up to 51% without any conditions. In November, the 100% FDI, when it was allowed, the condition of 30% sourcing from MSMEs as per our definition was put in. The large number of applications which have been received by global retailers in single brand who have been sourcing from India to a large extent. When we look at some of the companies sourcing from our handloom clusters, handicraft clusters, the glass and the brassware clusters. But at the same time, it was felt that more clarity was required, both on the brand owning as well as the 30% mandatory condition. It has now been decided that the earlier description that product to be sold should be of single brand only remains. Product to be sold under the same brand internationally, that is, product should be sold under the same brand in one or more countries other than India, there is no change. The single brand product retail trading would cover only products which are branded during manufacturing. The condition remains. The foreign investor should be the owner of the brand. Now that condition has been amended, that only one resident entity, whether owner of the brand or otherwise, shall be permitted to undertake single brand product retail trading in the country for the specific brand through a legally tenable agreement. This is because many companies have the structures, either through a franchisee or a legal agreement, or the holding structures of the companies where the mother company may not be the owner of the brand, but one of the group companies may be the owner of the brand. And that was coming in the way of approvals for the single brand FDI proposals which were received by the ministry. Therefore, we have brought this clarity to facilitate investments into this country. Now, with regard to the 30% condition, I would like to clarify here that the earlier policy was only retailing. That's the products which were made outside India were brought into India on payment of a particular percentage of customs duty and thereafter retailed in India at a much higher price than what it would be retailed in the countries of manufacture or otherwise. Now the new policy of 100% would require FDI investments into India, not pure retailing, so that manufacturing facilities are set up in India by global brands. Some of these are luxury brands, whether these are the watchmakers or the household appliances, textiles, other sectors like IKEA, Tesco's, Carrefour's.